Good morning to you, Kentuckiana. We are so glad you're joining us here on your Thursday. Coming in at 6 a.m. You'll notice that there is a familiar face missing from the desk next to me, and that's because Jim is, well, he's playing. He's having fun. Jim is out for us at the Hurstbourne Country Club here this morning, Jim, where the Isco Championship is going to be teeing off here in a matter of hours.
I may not be with my clubs today. I'm leaving that to the professionals, but I am still having a great time out here. We are starting to see the sunrise, which means we are starting to get more of the players out here. In fact, we just talked to the director of golf, Danny Barron, who told us that the greens are going to be a maker for these players today, so plenty of them getting their practice shots in as we go on this morning. We're about 45 minutes away from the first tee times getting set to go off. We're going to have more out here from the Isco Championship as we continue on GMK. But first, we want to turn to meteorologist Matt Breland with a look at the weather and the conditions that these players are going to be playing in as we go on.
Right, Jim. Yeah, looks like a lot of fun out there for you. We're still waiting on sunrise to happen for us here across downtown, but off to a good start. We're expecting a lot of sunshine for today. Temperatures ranging into the mid-70s so far for us. Wind staying out of the southwest around 3 miles per hour. That's going to warm us up just as we head later on into the day. We're waking up the temperatures into the lower 70s for most of us. 70 near Paoli, Indiana and Jasper, 71 Hodgenville, upper 60s for you folks near Elizabethtown and Shelbyville, 72 for you guys near LaGrange. Now those temperatures will make their way into the 90s later on into the day. We've got a very clear stretch happening with us this morning. This is going to give way to a very sunny start, and we're going to see a steady sun trend throughout most of our day. Visibility a bit low for a few of you near Elizabethtown, waking up to some patchy fog. That will be lifting here soon, and we're going to have a full breakdown all about those weather details here in just a few short minutes. Now, here's a quick check of traffic this morning. We do have just a few holdups that we have out there. One is on I-71 northbound near exit 1A. So that's part of your morning commute. Keep that in mind. There's a stalled vehicle there. Also, the left-hand shoulder is blocked due to a stalled vehicle on the Watterson westbound at exit 11. That's a look at traffic. Grace?
All right, Matt, thank you so much. It's been almost 2 days since the trial of Brooks Houck and Joseph Lawson came to a close. But from Louisville to Bardstown, signs of support for Crystal Rogers' family are strong. WHAS11's Shay McAllister has more.
Well, all over Bardstown, there are signs of support for Crystal Rogers' family. There's pink ribbons, pink flowers, the courthouse lit up pink. But the support does not stop there in Nelson County. Here in Louisville in the Galt House, they've lit it up pink as well.
The conservatory on the 3rd floor of the Galt House will glow pink tonight in honor of Crystal Rogers.
We did that in support of Shay Ballard and Crystal Rogers to show support for their family.
And the signs of support stretch far and wide across this area, from downtown Louisville to downtown Bardstown, where ribbons decorate every post, windows show messages with signs of support. Right outside of the city, a message in honor of Tommy Ballard. It reads, "His walk continues." Tommy was determined to find his daughter.
We just want to bring Crystal home.
Until he was killed a year after she went missing.
He was getting too close to the body or solving or coming. He was digging too much, if you know what I mean. He was an individual father that was not going to stop. Didn't care what was happening. He was going to find his daughter.
Sheriff Raymond Pineroa believes that his determination cost him his life, but his mission was fulfilled with this week's verdict.
We never gave up. No matter who was digging, no matter who solved it, no matter, it's the closure of these individuals getting convicted and going to prison.
A team effort, he said, that was well worth it. Shay McAllister, WHAS 11, on your side.
Sheriff Pineroa also said he predicts the two people described as unindicted co-conspirators during the trial, Rosemary Houck and Nick Houck, could still face prosecution. Don't forget, we have much more coverage of the trial and possible next steps on our website, WHAS11.com, and in our app. It's free to download in the App Store. Meantime, we are expecting to hear from another person connected to the Bardstown mysteries today after his arrest for domestic violence, assault, and harassment in Louisville. Former Bardstown Police Chief Rick McCubbin was the chief who fired Brooks Houck's brother from Bardstown PD. Now, according to recent court documents, McCubbin was arrested in Louisville last month. Those documents say he got got into a physical altercation with two people, grabbing one by the arms and pinning her to the wall, then allegedly throwing a second victim off of him and onto a bed. McCubbin said he'd speak publicly after his court appearance this morning at 9. School starts in less than a month, and JCPS is facing a major teacher shortage. Right now, the district needs 362 classroom teachers, and teachers unions say the biggest reason is those educators are underpaid. According to the Jefferson County Teachers Association, more than 80% of JCPS teachers have a graduate degree that isn't reflected in their salary. To fight the shortage, JCPS now says it's bringing in a staffing agency to fill 150 spots. The district is also facing a $150 million budget shortfall in the next 2 years, and new superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood told WHAS11 Monday that despite cuts, he has some non-negotiables. Hosting a job fair tomorrow in the hopes of filling as many spots as possible. That's from 2 until 10 at the Center for Professional Learning. And it isn't just JCPS facing a teacher shortage. Across Kentucky, there are hundreds of vacancies. A recent report from the Education Commissioner, Robbie Fletcher, shows there were more than 1,700 openings when school started last year. The report goes on to say 13% of those vacancies remain unfilled. Fletcher says district leaders felt the quality of applicants for the 2024-2025 school year were either similar or lower quality to candidates from previous years. And in Indiana, the Department of Education's job board lists nearly 2,000 vacancies. Happening today, the opening round of the Isco Championship tees off for the very first time here in Louisville. So our Jim Stratman is live out at Hurstbourne Country Club for us. Folks are already out there on the green, Jim, getting warmed up. It's going to be an exciting morning.
That's right, Grace. I mean, we're about, let's say, 30-ish minutes away from these players starting to head to the first tee box for the opening round of the Isco Championship. Plenty of them getting their putting work in right now, a number of them down on the driving range as well. They're getting loose, they're getting ready because this is a big moment for these players, and it is a big, big moment for Hurstbourne Country Club as well. And the city of Louisville hosting the Isco Championship is going to be a massive day, a massive weekend for the city. The Isco, formerly known as the Barbasol Championship, will be played in Louisville for the very first time this year. The Barbasol started back in 2015. The Isco has just been a couple of years since they renamed that. Originally, this tournament held out at Keene Trace since 2018, which is in Nicholasville, Kentucky, just a little bit south of Lexington. The tournament changed its name and now it changes location too. The event typically features a pretty good mix of players that you're going to know from previous events. Also, a lot of up-and-coming golfers. You're going to get to see the next crop of golfers coming through Louisville today. There are only 36 regular season PGA events a year, so having one of them in your city is a big, big win for Louisville.
That we're bringing that derby-style golf to Louisville. We want to make this a family-friendly event. It is an absolute party here at Hurstbourne Country Club.
And the crews out here at Hurstbourne have done a fantastic job of creating essentially a mini city, as the media director Dan Kett likes to call it, out here at the course. It's been fun to see all of the structures go up in a very quick amount of time. And if you've played Hurstbourne in the past, you come out this weekend, it is going to look different. Director of Golf Danny Barron says that they've changed the order of the holes specifically for this championship. The iconic 18th hole, it's a par 3 where players have to hit back towards the mansion, which is where the clubhouse sits. That is now going to be the 9th hole, and typically when you would finish on 8 and 9, that is going to be 17 and 18. Barron says that makes for what he's calling great theater as the fans come back in from the course. Barron said the ultimate test for the players, though, is going to be how they putt this week, because these greens are going to make the difference.
We don't have the yardage to stretch it out to the length that a lot of courses are these days on championship level, but we feel like it's going to give the players a good little test in its own right.
Barron says the changes to the course were all created with the fan experience in mind, and coming up we're going to talk a little bit more about that fan experience. We've got interviews throughout this next hour of GMK. We're going to be talking a little bit more about the history of Hurstbourne Country Club and what this event means to everybody that works here, the membership as well, as we get set and slated for the opening round of the Isco Championship here at Hurstbourne Country Club. Grace?